you're doing everything right. You avoid too much salt, take your medication, and have even tried some natural teas. But still, your blood pressure keeps fluctuating. Sometimes it spikes in the morning, other times at night, and it never seems to fully stabilize. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone in the United States. Nearly 2 out of 3 adults over 60 have high blood pressure. And the most alarming part, many still struggle with uncontrolled pressure even when taking medication daily. So why does this happen? Because as we age, the body changes, nutrient absorption decreases. The production of certain compounds slows down and blood vessels lose their flexibility. In other words, even with good nutrition and treatment, your body might still be missing something essential to function properly. And that's exactly what this video is about. Today, you'll discover the 5 vitamins your body needs, and that your blood pressure might be silently begging for. These are vitamins that help relax blood vessels, regulate your heartbeat, and reduce internal inflammation, but that your body often stops producing or absorbing like it used to. After 60. Number 1 on the list is the most overlooked, but it could be the key to finally getting your blood pressure under control. Without stress and without surprises, this information isn't widely talked about yet, but it could transform your health and daily life. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, where are you watching us from? And don't forget to subscribe to the Age with Strength channel. Every week, we share natural, simple, and effective tips to help you live with more health, energy, and freedom. Even after 60. Have you ever wondered why blood pressure gets harder to manage with age, even when you're doing everything right? The answer lies in the body's natural aging process. After 60, some vital functions start to slow down, and that directly affects how your body regulates blood pressure. First, blood vessels lose elasticity. It's like your arteries, which used to be flexible like a brand new hose, start turning stiff like an old pipe. As a result, blood meets more resistance as it flows, and pressure goes up. On top of that, the heart has to work harder to push blood through those stiffened arteries, which puts extra strain on the system and can lead to dangerous blood pressure swings throughout the day. Another important point, as we age, the body absorbs fewer essential nutrients like magnesium, vitamin D, and coenzyme Q10, which are crucial for keeping blood vessels relaxed, the heart in rhythm, and the circulatory system running smoothly. It's also common for frequently used medications like diuretics, antacids, or cholesterol drugs to further deplete these vitamins in the body, making the issue even worse. In other words, even with good food and medication, your blood pressure might still be out of control simply because your body lacks the right nutrients to function properly. But here's the good news. There's a solution. Up next, we'll reveal the 5 vitamins that can help your body regain balance, starting with vitamin number 5, which helps your blood vessels relax naturally. #5, Vitamin C. The blood vessel shield? You've probably heard of vitamin C as an immunity booster. But what most people don't know is that it's also essential for those trying to control blood pressure and protect the heart. Vitamin C plays a direct role in the health of arteries and blood vessels. It's crucial for the production of collagen, a substance that helps maintain the structure and flexibility of your arteries. Without enough collagen, blood vessels become more fragile and stiff, which raises internal pressure. Plus, vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. It fights oxidative stress, a silent process that damages vessels from the inside and promotes fat buildup in the arteries. This is one of the main causes of clogged arteries and resistant hypertension. And there's more. Studies show that vitamin C helps boost the production of nitric oxide, a compound that naturally dilates blood vessels, improving blood flow and gently lowering blood pressure. In short, it works on 3 fronts: strengthening vessels, fighting inflammation, and improving circulation. You can get vitamin C from foods like acerola, cherries, oranges, kiwis, strawberries, bell peppers, and broccoli. But after 60, the body has a harder time absorbing and maintaining optimal levels. So supplementation can be a good option with medical guidance. Of course, daily doses between 500 milligrams and 1,000 milligrams are typically effective for supporting vascular health. Avoid overdoing it without supervision, as too much can cause stomach discomfort or strain the kidneys. If your blood pressure tends to spike easily, or you have a history of hardened arteries, Vitamin C might be the boost your body's been needing. Vitamin number Y, magnesium, the mineral that calms the heart and blood pressure. If there's one nutrient that acts like a true natural tranquilizer for the cardiovascular system, it's magnesium. It's involved in over 300 processes in the body, many of which directly impact blood pressure and heart rhythm. After age 60, magnesium levels tend to drop. That happens for several reasons: reduced intestinal absorption, the use of medications like diuretics, and even more restrictive diets, and the result is clear: irregular heartbeats, higher blood pressure, and constant fatigue. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels, making it easier for blood to flow. It also helps regulate heartbeats and reduces the release of stress hormones like adrenaline, which tends to spike blood pressure. People with magnesium deficiency often have more resistant hypertension, muscle cramps, heart palpitations, tingling sensations, and even sleep disturbances, signs that are often overlooked. Studies show that when magnesium levels are adequate, it improves blood vessel sensitivity, reduces arterial stiffness, and can even enhance the effectiveness of certain blood pressure medications. You can get magnesium from foods like spinach, avocado, pumpkin seeds, bananas, and almonds. But again, after 60, absorption can be compromised, so supplementation is often recommended. The most well-tolerated and bioavailable forms are magnesium glycinate and magnesium citrate. The typical recommended dose ranges from 200 milligrams to 400 milligrams per day, divided into 1 or 2 servings, but should always be adjusted with your doctor. If you feel your heart races sometimes, experience blood pressure spikes, or suffer from a lot of muscle tension, magnesium might be the most important nutrient missing from your routine. Vitamin number A, coenzyme Q10, the heart's lost fuel. Not many people are familiar with this essential vitamin-like compound, but for those over 60 struggling with high blood pressure, coenzyme Q10 might be the body's most underrated nutrient, also known as CoQ10. This compound is naturally produced by the body, but its levels start to drop significantly after the age of 50. CoQ10 is responsible for producing energy within cells, especially in heart cells, which work non-stop 24/7 without adequate CoQ10 levels. The heart is literally left without the fuel it needs to pump efficiently, and the blood vessels begin to lose their ability to respond to the body's signals. It's like the circulatory system starts running on a low battery. The result? Harder to control blood pressure, fatigue, weak or irregular heartbeats, and a greater risk of vascular inflammation. Studies show that coenzyme Q10 supplementation can lower systolic blood pressure, the top number, and improve heart performance, especially in people taking statins, which unfortunately reduce the body's natural CoQ10 levels even further. Plus, CoQ10 has antioxidant effects, helping protect blood vessels from oxidative stress, one of the main drivers of arterial aging. Coenzyme Q10 is found in small amounts in meats and fish, but for therapeutic purposes, supplementation is almost always necessary. Look for the ubiquitous form, which is more bioavailable, better absorbed by the body. The most commonly recommended doses range from 100 milligrams to 200 milligrams per day. Ideally, taken with a meal that includes healthy fats like olive oil or avocado, but always consult your doctor first. If you feel like your body is running out of energy, your blood pressure fluctuates a lot, or you take statins, CoQ10 might be the missing piece your heart needs to work with strength and balance again. Vitamin to vitamin K2, the guardian of arterial flexibility. Have you ever heard of calcium buildup in your arteries? It's one of the biggest enemies of heart health and blood pressure. It forms silently over the years, especially when the body lacks a key nutrient, vitamin K2, unlike vitamin K1, which plays a role in blood clotting. Vitamin K2's job is to guide calcium to where it belongs. Your bones. When it's missing, the calcium that should be strengthening your bones ends up being deposited in your blood vessels, where it hardens the arteries and increases the risk of high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes. K2 works like a kind of smart traffic system. It signals calcium not to stay in the arteries, preventing blockages and keeping the vessels flexible. And the bad news, after age 60, both the production and absorption of vitamin K2 drop significantly. And since it's barely present in the typical Western diet, most people are deficient without even knowing it. Studies show that people who consume good amounts of vitamin K2 have less arterial calcification, better vascular health, and a lower risk of death from heart disease. Vitamin K2 is found in fermented foods like natto, a traditional Japanese dish, aged cheeses, and egg yolks from free-range chickens. But the amount is very small, which is why supplementation is the most effective way to maintain adequate levels. The most studied form is vitamin K2 MK7, which has excellent absorption. Doses between 90 mcg and 200 mcg per day are considered safe and effective. Important if you take blood thinners. It's essential to consult your doctor before starting vitamin K2 if you have hardened arteries, take calcium supplements, or want to keep your circulation clean and youthful. Vitamin K2 might be the ally your heart's been waiting for. Vitamin number 1. Vitamin D. The hormone of cardiovascular balance, it's called a vitamin. But in reality, vitamin D functions more like a hormone that regulates the entire body. And when it comes to blood pressure, circulation, and heart health, its importance is massive. After age 60, the body's ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight drops sharply. Aging skin synthesizes less, sun exposure tends to decrease, and while sunscreen is important, it further blocks production. The result? Nearly 80% of seniors in the US are vitamin D deficient, which directly contributes to chronic high blood pressure, vascular inflammation, and kidney dysfunction. Vitamin D acts on several mechanisms that impact blood pressure. It helps relax blood vessels, allowing smoother blood flow. It reduces the production of renin, a compound that, when overproduced, raises blood pressure. It strengthens the heart and kidneys too, key organs for blood pressure control, and it modulates the immune system, preventing silent inflammation that damages blood vessels. When vitamin D is lacking, the body goes into a constant state of alerted blood. Pressure tends to rise as a response to the imbalance. It's very hard to reach optimal levels through diet or sunlight alone after age 60. That's why supplementation is almost always necessary. Vitamin D3 cholecalciferol is the most recommended form. Dosages vary depending on blood levels, but generally range from 2,000 to 5,000 IU per day with medical guidance, especially if you have kidney issues or are taking other supplements. If you often feel tired, have muscle aches, get little sun exposure, or already have high blood pressure, vitamin D could be the foundation your body's been missing to restore balance. Now that you know the 5 essential vitamins for stabilizing your blood pressure after 60, one thing becomes clear. The issue isn't always the medication. It's the lack of nutrients your body needs to function properly as we age. It gets harder to absorb, produce, and maintain certain micronutrients. That's why so many older adults keep struggling with blood pressure, even with a good diet and proper medical treatment. Vitamins like C, magnesium, coenzyme Q10, K2, and D aren't just optional extras. They're powerful tools to help your blood vessels relax, your heart beat more steadily, and your circulation flow freely. And most importantly, you don't have to wait for things to get worse before you take action. With professional guidance, you can correct these deficiencies and help your body find balance again in a safe, natural, and sustainable way. But always remember, this video is for informational purposes only and doesn't replace a visit to your doctor before starting any supplements. Talk to your healthcare provider, especially if you're already being treated for high blood pressure or other conditions. If you found this content helpful, make sure to subscribe to the Age with Strength channel and hit the notification bell. We bring you simple, practical, and trustworthy tips every week to help you live with more health, independence, and vitality. And tell me in the comments, which of these vitamins do you already take and which one do you think you were missing? Your experience might inspire someone else. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.